As robots take over warehousing, workers push to adapt. In this December 17, 2019, photo, an Amazon robot sends a package down a chute, transporting packages from workers to chutes that are organized by zip code. At an Amazon warehouse facility in Goodyear, Aries, the tech giant is still rolling out new models descended from the Caviar line, including the Pegasus Squarish. Vehicle with conveyor belt on top that can be found working the early morning shift at a warehouse in the Phoenix suburb of Goodyear. AP photo Ross D. Franklin. Guess who's getting used to working with robots in their everyday lives? The very same warehouse workers once predicted to be losing their jobs to mechanical replacements. But doing your job side by side with robots isn't easy, according to their makers. The machines should take on the most modern and physical strenuous tasks. In reality, they are also creating new forms of stress and strain in the form of injuries and unease of working in close quarters with mobile half-ton devices that direct themselves. But doing your job side by side with robots isn't easy, according to their makers, and machines should take on the most modern and physical strenuous tasks. In reality, they are also creating new forms of stress and strain in the form of injuries and the unease of working in close quarters with mobile half-ton devices that direct themselves. They weigh a lot. Amazon workers are meditating, Taylor said during the pre-Christmas rush at a company warehouse in Connecticut nearby. A fleet of 6-foot-tall roving robot shelves zipped around behind a chain-link fence. They weigh a lot. Amazon worker Amanda Taylor said during the pre-Christmas rush at a company warehouse in Connecticut nearby. A fleet of 6-foot-tall roving robot shelves zipped around behind a chain-link fence. Taylor's job is to enter a cage and tame Amazon's wheeled warehouse robots for long enough to pick up a fallen toy or relieve a traffic jam. She straps on a light-up utility belt that works like a superhero force field, commanding the nearest robots to abruptly halt and the others to slow down or adjust their routes. Taylor's job is to enter a cage and tame Amazon's wheeled warehouse robots for long enough to pick up a fallen toy to relieve a traffic jam. She traps on a light-up utility belt that works like a superhero force field, commanding the nearest robots to abruptly halt and the others to slow down or adjust their routes. When you are out there and you can hear them moving around but you can't see them, it's like, where are they going to come from? She said. It's a little nerve-wracking at first. When you are out there and you can hear them moving around but you can't see them, it's like, where are they going to come from? She said. It's a little nerve-wracking at first. In this December 17, 2019, photo dozens of Amazon robots transport packages from workers to chutes that are organized by zip code at an Amazon warehouse facility in Goodyear, Arizona. Amazon and its rival are increasingly requiring warehouse employees to get used to working with robots. The company now has more than 200,000 robotic vehicles it calls drives that are moving goods through its delivery fulfillment center. Around the US app, Amazon and its 干嘛？
找半天没找着。
那你给我穿衣服，喝水，喝药。
你给我弄喝水啊！喝药，拿过来。药和水拿过来。What's your name?
Organized by robot vehicles, it calls drives that are moving goods through its delivery fulfillment center around the US. Amazon and its rival are increasingly require warehouse employees to get used to working with robots. The company now has more than 200,000 robotic vehicles it calls drives that are moving goods through its delivery fulfillment centers around the US. That's double the number it had last year and up from 15,000 units in 2014. Its rivals have taken notice and many are adding their own robots in a race to speed up productivity and bring down costs. Without these fast-moving pods, robotic arms, and other forms of warehouses automation, retailers say they won't be able to fulfill consumer demand for packages that can load on doorsteps the day after you order them online. But while fears that robots will replace human workers haven't come to fruition, there are growing concerns that keeping up with the pace of the latest artificial intelligence technology is taking a toll on human workers' health, safety, and morale. Without these fast-moving pods, robotic arms, and other forms of warehouse automation, retailers say they won't be able to fulfill consumer demand for packages that can land on doorsteps the day after you order them online. You won't be able to fulfill consumers' demand for packages that can land on doorsteps the day after you order them online. But while fears that robots will replace human workers haven't come to fruition, there are growing concerns that keeping up with the pace of latest artificial intelligence technology is taking a toll on human workers' health, safety, and morale. In this December 17, 2019 photo, Joseph Salas places packages on Amazon robots, transporting packages from workers to charities that are organized by zip code. At an Amazon warehouse facility in Goodyear area, warehouses powered by robotic and AI software are leading to human burnout by adding more work and upping the pressure on workers to speed up their performance, said Beth Gartlis, who studies urban economic development at the University of Illinois at Chicago and has interviewed warehouse operators around the U.S. In this December 17, 2019 photo, Joseph Salinas places packages on two Amazon robots, transporting packages from workers to charities that are organized by zip code at an Amazon warehouse facility in Goodyear, Arizona. Warehouses powered by robotics and AI software are leading to human burnout by adding more work and upping the pressure on workers to speed up their performance, said Bennett Gautales, who studies urban economic development at the University of Illinois at Chicago and has interviewed warehouse operators around the U.S. Warehouses powered by robotics and all software are leading to human burnout by adding more work and upping the pressure on workers to speed up their performance, said Beth Gartlis, who studies urban economic development at the University of Illinois at Chicago, and has interviewed warehouse operators around the U.S. Warehouses powered by robotic and AI software are leading to human burnout by adding more work and upping the pressure on workers to speed up their performance, said Beth Lewis, who studies urban economic development at the University of Illinois at Chicago and has interviewed warehouse operators around the U.S. It's not that workers aren't getting trained on how to work with robots safely. It's not that workers aren't getting trained on how to work with robots safely. The problem is it becomes very difficult to do so when the productive standards are set so high, she said. The problem is it becomes very difficult to do so when the productivity standards are set so high, she said. Much of the boom in warehouse robotics has its roots in Amazon's $775 million purchase of Massachusetts startup Caviar System in 2012. The tech giant rebranded it as Amazon Robotics and transformed it into an in-house laboratory that for 7 years has been designed and built in Amazon's robot Armada. Much of the boom in warehouse robotics has its roots in Amazon's $775 million purchase of Massachusetts startup Caviar System in 2012. The tech giant rebranded it as Amazon's robotic and transformed it into an in-house laboratory that for 7 years has been designing and building Amazon's robot Amanda. In this December 17, 2019 photo, Amazon robots move along the warehouse floor with packages before finding the proper delivery chute, transporting packages from workers to chutes that are organized by zip code at any Amazon warehouse facility in gold years. Aries Amazon and its rival are increasingly requiring warehouse employees to get used to working with robots. The company now has more than 200,000 robotic vehicles. It calls drivers that are moving goods through its delivery fulfillment center around the U.S. Amazon's caviar purchase set the tone for all the other retailers to step up and pay attention, said Jim Later, CEO of San Francisco startup Carrindo AI, which makes an artificial intelligent robotic arm that grasps and sorts items for retailers such as The Gap. Amazon's caviar purchases set the tone for all other retailers to stand up and pay attention, said Jamie Leffer, CEO of San Francisco startup Kindred AI, which makes an artificial intelligent robotic arm that grasps and sorts items for retailers such as The Gap. A rush of venture capital and private sector investment in warehouse robotics spiked to $1.5 billion a year in 2015 and has remained high ever since, said Ring Wheaton, a robotics analyst at ABI Research. Canadian e-commerce company Shopee spent $450 million this fall to buy Massachusetts-based startup Six River Systems, which makes an autonomous cart nicknamed Chunk that can follow workers around a warehouse. Other mobile robots startups are partnering with delivery giants such as FedEx and DHL or retailers such as Walmart. Amazon this year bought another warehouse robotic startup, Colorado-based Canvas Technology, which builds wheeled robots guided by computer vision. Such robots would be more fully autonomous than Amazon's current fleet of caged-off vehicles, which have to follow barcodes and previously mapped routes within warehouse. Amazon this year bought another warehouse robotic startups, Colorado-based Canvas Technology, which builds wheeled robots guided by computer vision. Such robots would be more fully autonomous than Amazon's current fleet of cage-off vehicles, which have to follow barcodes and previously mapped routes within warehouses. In this December 17, 2019 photo, Amazon robots zip along a warehouse floor, transporting packages from workers to chutes that are organized by zip code at an Amazon warehouse facility in Goodyear, Aries. Amazon and its rival are increasingly require warehouse employees to get used to working with robots. The company now has more than 200,000 robotic vehicles. It calls drivers that are moving goods through its delivery fulfillment center around the U.S. The tech giant is also still rolling out new models descended from the have a line including the Pangasu, a squarish vehicle with a conveyor belt on top that can be found working the early morning shift at a warehouse in the Phoenix suburb of Goodyear, Arizona. A crossing fleet of robots carries package items across the floor and drops them into trucks based on the zip code of their final destination. All of this is transforming warehouse work in a way that the head of Amazon Robotics says can extend human capability by shifting people to what they are best at: problem solving, common sense, and thinking on their feet. The efficiency we gain from our associates and robotics working together harmoniously. What I like to call a symphony of humans and machines working together allows us to pass along a lower cost to our customer, said Ty Brandy, Amazon Robotics chief technologist. In this December 17, 2019 photo, an Amazon robot sends a package down a chute, transporting packages from workers to chutes that are organized by zip code at an Amazon warehouse facility in Goodyear. Warehouse powered by robotics and AI software are leading to human burnout by adding more working and upping the pressure on workers to speed up their performance, said Beth Gatlians, who studies urban economic development at the University of Illinois at Chicago and has interviewed warehouse operators around the U.S. Brandy said worker safety remains the top priority and ergonomic design is engineered into the systems at the beginning of the design stage. Gatliers, the University of Illinois researcher, said that the aspiration for symphonic human-machine operations is not always working out in practice. It sounds quite lovely, but I rarely hear from a worker's perspective that that's what it feels like, she said. Gatlis co-authored a report published this fall that found new warehouse technology could contribute to wage stagnation, higher turnover, and poorly quality work experience because of the way AI software can monitor and micromanage workers' behaviors. Gatlis co-authored a report published this fall that found new warehouse technology could contribute to wage stagnation, higher turnover, and poor quality work experience because of the way AI software can monitor and micromanage workers' behavior. 来了。